everyone, welcome back. I hope you guys are doing really well. Sending you big hugs as always. So it's time to look into Trump's week again. This one's going from the 26th to the 31st. But the 25th, I've done a video on him as far as how the lunar eclipse could affect him by the placement of it in his natal chart. So I'll try to remember to link that video below. Write myself a note right now after. Gotta swap out cameras first. Okay, so I'll be right back. Okay, so first of all, I'm going to use Libby's deck, and if you want to get it, that's where. And that's how you spell the name of her channel. I'm sure you're probably already subscribed to her. But I wanted to give a shout out to my friend Jean O for sending me a video. And it's like perfect timing where, oops, I didn't have my phone turned off, but I was so glad to get it ahead of time because it was Clint Kirshner where he opened with saying that Trump was at the find out territory. In the find out territory, the first thought for me was like, oh, you mean the fuck around and find out phase? So apparently the independent monitor over Trump org 1 and 2 now has what they're calling enhanced control, due to his losing his case where Tish James and Judge Engeron nailed him for bank fraud. And then also he was reporting that, Glenn Kirshner was reporting that on March 6th, Tish James had quietly filed judgments against, I guess it's Trump's Seven Springs estate in New York, which is like a very foresty area north of Manhattan, and Glenn Kirshner was relating that to Trump liked to call it his something like his Batman mansion. And Glenn Kirshner says, yeah, more like the Joker. But anyway, the thing I want to read on, so basically the judgments go against the Seven Springs estate in New York, north of Manhattan, and Trump, Don Jr., Eric, Trump Org, and I guess two other of their listed corporate entities have the judgment filed against them and those entities. So, and it's a blanket lien, I guess, which means if they try to sell any properties in the county, I guess, Westchester County, a title search will reveal the judgment. So that's good to know. Okay. So let's look at how is this going to go? How will it go for them? How will it go for Trump and his ilk? How will that go? And then I have a few other questions. I'm also going to check into his health later, so hang in there with me. And shout out to sweetheart, my Hilda for putting in the timestamps. Okay. How will this go for you? Donald John Trump. Okay. Ooh. Oh my God, this is perfect. A difficult message. Oops, I'm going to have to bring this down. A difficult message for the Joker and his family. Oops, secrets are coming out that they wish no one knew about. Probably that they're leveraged to the hilt. Right? Go. Coward. Online. Probably try to grift. Yeah, bring it in. So it's going to go for him in a way that brings in tons of fear. Oh, fear of poverty. Dividing up his assets. So that's at the center, but let's keep going. Oh my goodness. Okay, so all signs are go for the major restriction, which would be literally seizure, asset seizure. The key there, yeah, my goodness. The ruler that's, yeah. He's not really a ruler. The ruler joker. And, okay, well, let's keep going. We've got the no card, up, abundance, evil energy, rest in peace, and networks. Okay. Whoops, sorry, you guys. Let me do this. Does that bring it in? Yeah, that's good enough there. Okay. So, it's looking to me like, well, you can see at the heart of the reading, this is really getting to him. It's got him like locked up inside, right? I mean, you gotta imagine, this guy that does a lot of Adderall, snorts Adderall, and who knows what other pharmaceuticals he's getting, that are just as legal, but you gotta imagine like what he does to get himself going, and then what he has to take in order to bring himself down at night to go to sleep, if he ever really does. He's been known to, in the old days, tweet at 3 a.m., 2 and 3 a.m., so there's that. That's definitely not a guy that's sleeping. So anyway, difficult message that is very, very tangled in a way that it will restrict him. And it might take some time, but this is a slow death. Oh my God, this is truly evil for me to be laughing about this, but this is a slow death for him being locked up in his second chakra, right? Like the second chakra in a person's body rules, it's where you can give and receive positive pleasure, but if you're locked up in negative pleasure, it means you're stuck in money issues, money and sex. And that's him, right? So he's got a lot of fear going on that keeps things, sometimes moving way too fast and then other times slow. So, Adderall, those secrets are already out online. It's Noel Kassler that has, busted him for years on that. He has a YouTube channel. I guess he was one of the guys on The Apprentice with him, or backstage guys. So anyway, this is literally Trump's. I think we're getting health here too, but I'll read on that separately, with a different deck. So what's going on though, as far as whether or not his assets will be seized in the state of New York, or at least that Westchester County. It looks like a definite yes, that, here's the lien already, and that will be increasing. And that's just this would be his future over here. That would have him just going crazy with evil energy because he's no longer this ruler, right? Because we've got the restriction sign here. Things are coming out online as to the truth about his wealth. But I think part of this is bringing in a little bit of that sale, but I'm going to use a different deck for that one too, for the Trump Media Group. It's now a publicly traded company. I guess the merger was okayed to go through, or the company, I can't remember, Digital World Acquisitions or something, Digital World something Acquisitions Corporation, whatever. Bought it, but the dude, Trump still has 58% at least share in it. But I'll talk about that later. Let's just focus in on whether he's going to get an extension. Will he get an extension in order to, from the appellate court to get enough cash? To bail himself out? I would say no. We have no, because things are too tied up. And this is affecting his entire family as well. Things are dying. Growth is dying. It's a slow death. Has him locked in a lot of fear, literally locked in a lot of fear. And, you know, it's got this like chicken shit joker in poverty. It's revealing that he really is poor. Now, we know that all billionaires are definitely poor in the area of soul. There's a spiritual poverty because of the hoarding. Unless they're like, you know, what's her name? Mackenzie, and I can't remember her last name, but the one that was married to, that helped literally 50% ownership in Amazon, that helped Jeff Bezos. I can't remember her. She didn't keep his name after the divorce, but anyway, she just keeps donating to worthy causes, to charity. So, but everyone else, you know, like Elon Musk and Jeff Bezos himself and all these other guys, that they're just these dirty billionaires that are controlling. They're controlling SCOTUS, and they have been for years. You know, we can look at the Koch brothers. One of them's dead. I can't remember which one's still alive. But that's still going on. Harlan Crow, all this, you know, Leonard Leo, Opus Dei. There's another guy named, what is it, Bar Siad, something like that. Or maybe it's Siad Bar, I can't remember. It's a weird name. He's in there. And then there's all the little stragglers that are wishing they were millionaires, but they're probably close to being a 1 billionaire. They're millionaires wishing, you know, hopefully to get to be 1 billion. Or maybe they're close. But anyway, if you work really hard for a long time at a very high-paying job, I have absolutely no qualms with anybody making a lot of money. Doing hard work that, you know, helps other people. And they deserve to be multimillionaires and a billionaire someday or whatever, you know. I mean, hey, let's look at Taylor Swift, right? There you go. There's one. But when it comes to not giving back and hoarding, there I think I have some right for some bias, for some judgment on that. And he is definitely... he's a hoarder. Well, I mean, look at this. Look at all. If you don't think he's a hoarder, and that affects the second chakra, right? It's probably why he has to wear the girdle and the lifts and all this other stuff, and the diaper and all that. But that depends. The deal is there with the hoarding is, you know, look at the boxes that he took. Just look at all of how many boxes that he took out of the White House when he left, when he moved out. You know, everything's mine. He's like that seagull, or those seagulls in, what was that movie with Dory, the fish? Oh, I can't remember. Finding Nemo, that was it. I loved that movie. So, but anyway, what I'm seeing here, but with this overall spread, is that he's still just bound up in all this evil energy, and that has him locked up. His wealth will be divided because of the restriction placed based on the judgment. So that with the restriction card up here has to do with the judgments, and I'm wondering about the other. His what do you call the Trump media? You know, I'm not going to say what he calls it because it's a big lie. But anyway, he sold Trump Media Group, or Trump Media, or now it's a publicly traded situation. I think that's what's coming in here in this future area. But will he get it in time is a question. I don't think so, based on this spread, even though I wasn't focused in on that. But anyway, as far as will he have those liens? Will Tish James get to take his property? Well, it looks like it. Looks like the ruling will be a restriction that will divide his wealth. And his network, even, I mean, who knows, maybe they can come after other things later. Or maybe the money that comes into that merger, which he won't have access to it right away, but maybe that will be something that could pay back the people of New York, because he's definitely guilty. But all of this back here in the past, and going with the four corners, I think, yeah, let's just focus on that. Framing in the entire reading has to do with the literal death of his financial growth, and no, I don't think he's going to be able to get up and away and out of it, because he's caught up in this this they've got him. They've got him, no matter what it is. So yeah, his growth, the growth here, I have two chopsticks, let's do this. The growth that he's looking at is just more evil energy, more greed. When we get to these two mirroring together, we're talking, there's a lock, he's locked up in fear, I get that. But the key is this ruling that, of course, has to do with his wealth, and it's a restriction as to how much money he can make, because now that they have, it's the same independent monitor, but now that she has enhanced powers, she's going to really be able to do a lot more. I guess she's a retired judge. So, but he's going to go on his, I'm not going to say the name of his platform, but he's going to go out there and he's going to do email blasts as well, and put himself in the victim's place and beg for money, like the court jester. I'll do whatever, you get me in the White House, all this other stuff. And they're trying, he's going to put himself in the victim place in order to grift. Okay? So these two cards here cancel each other out. And he's so locked up in all of these either restrictive court cases or literally making it to prison someday. And so will his family be going as well. And it's all about all these secrets coming out as well, that he actually is in poverty. And of course, we're talking poverty consciousness. As far as this row down here, so it's going to be I don't think it's going to grow. I don't think it's going to be traded as Donald, what is it, DJT, and I don't think it's going to do well. But also, his ability to network and grift is not going to do well, because I wasn't asking yet about the media group, the Trump media group. So I really do have to, because my intention, you always have to remember what your intention was, and then it's in the context of that particular topic. And I was focused in on just, the liens that are in Westchester County. So, but anyway, it's all going to be divided up. It's going to take time. It'll be divided up, and the more it's divided up, he's going to be more and more scared. Scared, right? Okay, all right. So that's about as well as I can do with that one. So with this one, I'm using the deck of character. If you want to get this deck, I think it's like $27 or something. You just, come on, focus, go there, deckofcharacter.com. So, okay, and it has three categories, but I'm only using one. It has the characters, the tools, and the places. There's 111 cards in the deck, but I'm only using the places because I want to focus in on and find out this approved sale of his media group to be, now a publicly traded company. And even though he's going to own, like I said, 58% or a little more, they're saying, experts are saying that it won't solve his financial problems because he's not going to be able to monetize the deal right away. And he needs that $500 million or more, actually, by Monday, the 25th. And don't forget to watch that video. I'll link it below if you haven't already seen it on the lunar eclipse. You know, which the lunar definitely rules his family, he and his family. So, but let's see. Will the appellate court grant him an extension in time to get that money? I mean, Judge Engeron, I think, already said no, but it got bumped up to an appellate court. So that's the question. Will the appellate court grant him an extension so he can maybe get some cash another way? Bottom line, actually, forget that part. Because that complicates it. How about, let's just put it this way. Will he get enough cash fast enough from any source? How is this going to go for him? I'm going to try to do the solar eclipse video on him as well. It's coming up April 8th. I've just been swamped. My priority is personal readings, and I love them. So I definitely make sure I get that stuff done first. So anyway, okay. Will he get money fast enough? How's it going to go? There we go. Yep, he's in the hole. He will, well, with the plateau out, oh, maybe he will have some resurrection. But then there's a cave. It's going to wind up in a cave. This could have to do with overseas. Oh, yeah, of course. Getting in bed with overseas, you know, that maze. It's still kind of under construction. Open road. Tornado. Hot springs, yeah, he doesn't know what he's getting himself into. He's going out all over the universe to try and get what he can. But meadow, and then here we are. Oh my goodness, the world, the universe. He'll travel to go try and get it. Oh, it could be blocked, or that could also be, you know, hidden enemies with that card. Oh, here we are, Saudi Arabia. Mountains of Saudi Arabia. Oh yeah, remember when he went and touched the globe? Saudi Arabia. That's what this is. Yep, desert island. Or desert, the island of, not really an island, but desert and kind of isolated. Graveyard, gold mine. I think he is. I mean, the other places it could have been in a van down by the river. Forest, rainbow, dumpster would have been a no. Womb, home, circus, swamp. Second ship would have been a no. Jail cell would have been a no. But I think he is. So he's in a hole. It's a huge hole as big as the ocean. He really is broke. That's the main message here. He really is broke. Goodness. And he doesn't mind getting in bed with Saudi Arabia. And again, traveling overseas, hidden enemies. Jeez. All of these cards, all the symbolism here with desert, tornado, plateau, the disco ball thing that he, went and put his hands on, and even the graveyard of the world. Remember what MBS did to, what Mohammed bin Salman did to Khashoggi, right? Cut him up and buried him all over the, who knows where. Probably in the mountains, tornado. That's what this is here, and this maze of. You know what I'm feeling like here? Money laundering. Because look at the gold mine. I think this spread is trying to show how much they try to hide and wash, money the hot desert, hot, right? But this is opening him up. So he might get the money to, but will he get it in time? Will he get the money in time? Let's use the tools. Will he get the money in time? It sure didn't look like it from Libby's reading. Of course, I wasn't focused in on that. But will he get it in time? Yes or no? Will he get it in time? Will he get the money in time to not... because that spread showed where the money would come from, but will he be able to get it in time to save himself from losing all that property in New York State? Will he get the money in time to pay off that $500 million? The key, glasses, bulldozer, guitar, tongue, compass. Let's just do it this way. I thought maybe I could get it with just a few cards, but broken heart. Yeah, it doesn't look like it. Broken heart. He might not be able to get enough. Egg, breast. Ooh, I got to be careful with some of these images. I don't think so. I don't think so. That looks pretty shady to me. Let me use this deck. I'm not feeling so safe with that other one. This one is the maybe Lenormand. So I'll just do 9 cards. Yes or no? Will he get the money fast enough to save his property? Okay. There's the card for money, power, and protection. There's movement. There's connection. This would be him, or somebody trying to take care of him after they negotiate some big deal that's attractive to them. There's some independence. As far as yes cards, there's a lot of neutral cards. This is a yes card. I would think this is a yes card. It's not. It's out of the range of the traditional Lenormand, so I don't know. So is this one, this whole bottom row. So let me go ahead and go outside of it. That's a neutral card. That's a woman that cares about him, and I can't imagine that it's Melania. Ooh, that's not good. These 2 are yes cards. We have 3 yes cards there. This is not, this is neutral. The lilies, I think, is neutral. Oh my God, I thought I could do this quickly. Oh, okay. So now this changes everything. This is there. I hope you can see. Okay. Well, somebody that likes to party with him, I get maybe at Mar-a-Lago, that cares about him, I think is putting out communications to try and help him out. Maybe it's that Susie Wiles. Maybe it's Carrie Lake. But this is the future over here. Definitely no. It's too big of a burden. Broken connections. Broken contacts here. This is no. This is money. These 2 cards are yes. But the story, going with the story here, is that his personal, private contacts. This could be, actually in this deck, I'm feeling like this is Mar-a-Lago. So this is some powerful connection he has at Mar-a-Lago, and it's a woman. That's why I'm saying probably Susie Wiles or somebody like that, or Carrie Lake, but who knows if they have any money, but they like to party with him. Or it could be some rich woman that does visit Mar-a-Lago every once in a while, cares about him. Ugh. But there's a minimization. There's a surprise theft or minimization. I think this is him trying to grift. But looking here, it's like there's too much of a burden, a pain, and this is a loss, and this is definitely a no card, and it is it's the answer card too down here. So the flow is stopped. They're looking at him, and it's like he's too old to ever pay us back. The money is like it's somebody that's independent, a woman who's independently wealthy, and she's kind of attracted, but when the push comes to shove, she's like, no. Well, unless you give me Mar-a-Lago. Ooh, this could be the document. Whoa. Whoa. Okay. So there you go. Unless you give me Mar-a-Lago. Okay, I'm going with that. All right. So now, the last thing I want to do is look at his health. And I thought the quickest way, because I've done this so many times before, I use this little deck. It's called the, oh darn it, it's Alfie McPhee's Super Awesome Fortune Cards. I have the box somewhere, but I don't know that it's in here. But anyway, it's Alfie, I think it's A-L-F, I'm sorry, what am I saying? A-L-P-H-E-E, I think. I don't know. It was on Amazon. It's literally like $10. So if you just put in McPhee's or something like that, M-P-H-E-E, Super Awesome Future Fortune Deck. They have a bunch of other silly stuff. Okay, let me focus in here. The card's cleared out now. So let's look at his health. How's his health? Being that, of course, he's tied up in guilt, shame, humiliation in his soul, even though he's unconscious of it. He's a liar, a cheater, and a theft, and a rapist. And I'm not just biased here, I'm stating the facts. If people don't know that, that's on you. My God. Do not email me or put a comment about that. Or go ahead, put the comment. All the comments help. In fact, I might even just argue with you to feed it. Let's feed the algorithm. Okay. How is your health, Donald John Trump? Right here. Well, he wishes that he had more independence, but he's actually, hold on, let me bring this up. There we go. Get this out of the frame. Okay, so he wishes he had more independence, but he's sitting in old age, praying for a unicorn. And in the past, he has, it's all about the money. Here's the second chakra issue I was talking about. Hanging over him is movement of some type, but is it good? So I'm going to look more about the future, so I'm going to move these over. So if independence is his the major challenge going on, so he can wish all he wants, right? So, well, it's like having the Seven of Cups here. With the cats, he's wanting independence, but, you know, there's all these secrets that have him tied up with money. and all this red coloring, I'm seeing this as Russia. And how can he ever be independent from all of that? Russia, MBS, Saudi Arabia, all of that. Near future, this is him probably just squirreling around all over the place. I mean, it's supposed to be a card of travel, but, we've got him as the squirrel that's just all over the place. That's what happens when you use drugs like Adderall and cocaine to keep you going. Other health issues, we have the snake. So there we are. There's the second chakra that I was talking about. The fox would be something's wrong. Something really is wrong with his health. As far as his strength, this would be like the strength card. I would say the strength is dwindling because of the fox card in there. Happiness, because he wants it to be like in the 50s. Nope. You've got to come back and go around and figure out what's really going on in your soul. He's never done that. So, of course, he's looking at the broken mirror. And he is tied, literally tied to demonic energy that lives with him constantly. In his home, in his house, his body. House, body, same thing. He's a rat. He's the king, the rat. Oh, it's a heart issue. It's a heart issue, probably. Okay, but wait, let's keep going. Oh, the heart. Okay, sorry there. Let's try and make some sense out of this. A heart issue because of a letter. So the king is a rat, and he has issues with his heart. The letter could be documents that he gets that just send him spinning, in a blender, and secrets are coming out. And yeah, he's crazy, and I think Melania has gone. Ooh, oh my goodness. Okay, I'm glad I kept going. It's interesting the way they lined up. I don't have enough space to do a grand tableau here, and I don't have a cloth for this. There is no grand tableau cloth for this deck. But, so you get the houses. But anyway, let's just keep going. Lightning, to me, and look how these cards knight, it would be a stroke that has him really down. And then somebody that's been kissing up to him has the keys to get into his money. His money over here. I wonder if that's Melania. It's got to be. This is Melania. Because this is him, this is her. These are only two people cards in the deck. Interesting. Okay. Looks to me like a stroke, heart issue, stroke. And it gets to him when all of his secrets start coming out about, I think, how broke ass he is, right? And so maybe his publicly traded platform, whatever Trump Media, is not going to do so well. So his health isn't good. If his health were good, I would have gotten cards like, the sun, the pig. I mean, even that one's not too good. Zombie. Oh, God. Yeah. It's not a very positive deck. I could just to be fair, because these are negative cards. Just to be fair, let's use the tarot. Okay, I just have to allow for reversals real quick. All right. That should do it. Okay. How's your health? Donald John Trump. Right there. Well, there's some. No, I thought his doctor was like Dr. Ronnie Jackson, Dr. Feelgood, But this would be a female doctor. But this would also be, again, an independent woman. This maybe is Melania getting away from him. His biggest challenge with the Ten of Swords reversed is I think he's falling on his own swords. His own words, all of his own lies. Oh, you know what? This could be the truth coming out. Oops, hold on. There we go. The truth coming out. As far as what he's sitting in is just a lot of the evilness of apathy where he doesn't care about anyone else. And this could be something like congestive heart failure. The cups in the tarot have everything to do with the swords would be the mental conditions, and the cups would be all the bodily fluids. Ooh, yikes. We've got explosive anger over here, and Uranus and Mars rule this card, so we're talking his nervous system and his anger management issues. He does have some victory coming in, though. So, or just being, well, actually, you know, it doesn't have to be victory. It could be literally being seen for what? Oh, that's major health problems there. Upright or reversed. I don't know. Reversed, it could be a release of some type of one issue, but then other issues, again, women, manipulation, all this, yeah. I you know what? I'm feeling like, you guys, and it won't let go of him. Yeah, and that's his karma. That wheel's been turning. I feel like congestive heart failure, and possibly a stroke at some point. I can hear you guys. When? Okay, I'll try. When? Well, probably in the next 2 years. Pentacles are a long time. Unless he can get it balanced out. Yeah, that's interesting. Cups. Wow. I mean, cups can be months. But this card here, well, you know what? If it's not, oh, hell. You know what? This could be winter. So somewhere between, well, would we be in winter in the next 5 months? No. But with the Empress right there in the middle, that makes me feel like it's literally his luxury, the ability for him to just be in abundance and get his hands on anything he wants. That's what's going to sink him. That's what's going to get him. Because he can't manage that kind of power. Wow. Okay. Mars is in Pisces now, or moving in close soon. I'm always like forward in the transit, so I could be wrong about that. But we'll be in Pisces within this next week, if it's not already. So it's quite some time before Mars moves into Scorpio. But then again, Mars changes signs about every month and a half. So now swords bring in weeks. 8 weeks? 8 weeks to 5 months? And I don't know. I'm guessing there. Timing is hard. Okay, I'm going to get this uploaded and stop postulating here. Bye.